It was the last 12 hours of Jesus' life. His hands were bound to a stone. The soldiers chose a thick branch, as the officers gave the order. The soldiers began to take turns whipping Jesus back, but it still stood firmly. Then the soldiers whipped Jesus' thighs. Jesus couldn't hold on, but through his willpower, he stood up again. Then the chief ordered a change of equipment. So the soldiers switched to a whip with iron hooks, and brandished it before Jesus, trying to instill fear in him, as they lashed again and again. Blood splattered on the soldier's face. He got more excited. The mother could no longer see straight. She could only step aside and cry. But Jesus still calmly looked at the audience below. After being whipped repeatedly, the soldiers were tired, but they unlocked Jesus' bracelet, dragging him back to prison. The soldiers did not let him go. They made a crown of thorns and placed it on Jesus' head. It was the last 6 hours of Jesus' life. He was forced to carry the cross, embarking on a bloody path of redemption. The Jews threw stones at him, until Jesus was overwhelmed. He fell heavily to the ground. The soldiers continued to beat him. But Jesus didn't give in. He took up the cross again, and so he came to the place of execution. Then he fell on the cross. Then soldiers bound him to the cross. The soldiers nailed his palms with iron nails, while Jesus was bleeding continuously. The Virgin Mary could only watch as her son. Then they pulled the rope and raised the cross. Even though Jesus suffered immense pain, he still prayed for those who tormented him. Soldiers stuck a towel with water and hung it on the spear, gave Jesus his last drink, then picked up the spear and thrusts it at him. Finally, Jesus completed the redemption, and then left the world. As the blood of Jesus flowed into the earth, perhaps God really did see the suffering. A tear fell from the sky, and hit the ground hard. Instantly the earth shook happened. The church split in half. That's when the high priest finally realized he'd made a mistake, but it was too late. Some people brought down the body of Jesus. The Virgin Mary looked ahead in silence. It seems to be unleashing a curse.